Go to the studio. Click on the transactional process. Retry scope is the activity. So yesterday, uh, we have implemented a simple logic to retry the web page. For example, I'm trying to open that web page at that time. So whether the page is opened or not, to find that one, we have used that image exist is the activity. If the file is not see the image is not found, so that means the page is still loading, okay, or it is not loaded successfully. So that's why again, by using that flow decision activity, I have retried it. Okay, I retried it. See, in that mechanism, so it will be retry n number of times. At the same time, it never wait. Okay, right now I want to show you. So retry scope is the activity. So see, as a human, so I'm trying to open that website. If the website is not still loading, so I will wait some time. After that, again I will try it. So again, if it is still loading, I will wait some time. Again, I will try it. Like so, number of when whatever that number of times so is required to open that one. So then here we can achieve by using that retry scope activity. That means here we are giving that number of retries. That means how many number of times so my bot retry. So that we have to mention in that one, and then how much of time delay we have to take it to that retrying that. So right now I will show you. Drag a sequence, set as start node. Right now, retry scope is the activity. See, this retry scope activity having two parts. One is the action part, another one is condition part. In this action part, we are implementing the logic. That means opening the website. Okay, and so whatever that business logic we are implementing in this. So action part. In the condition part, just we are adding that condition. Based on that condition, it will be retried. Okay, right now in this retry scope activity, there is a properties. In this one, number of retries and time interval is there. How many number of times you want to retry, and then so how much of time gap you wants to take it. That we have to mention it here. See, right now I want to show you. I want to open that Yellow Pages website. Right now, copy this URL. Here in action part, just I want to use that open browser is the activity. Drag and drop. Here I want to add that URL and then go to the properties. In this properties, I want to add that browser type Chrome. See here, just I want to use that maximize window, maximize window. Okay, I want to take that click activity. After opening that page, go and take that one other click activity. See, by using the click activity, just I want to click on that contact page. Here simple task. So open that website and then click on that contact page. See, once if the page not loaded, then it has to retry it. So this time in action part, I have implemented the logic. Okay, but we have to add that condition. So by using that image exist activity, we can add that condition. So exists. Image exists is the activity. Drag and drop. See in that so contact, I want to scrap the part of the image. See, click here, scrap the part of this image. So here the image is the condition. If the image is not yet found in that contacts, then automatically it will retry it. It will retry it. Right now, see, go to the properties. In this properties, number of retries. The number of retries is called as 3 and so retry interval. The retry interval is called as hours, minutes, 0.5 seconds. I have given that 5 seconds of delay. See, right now I will check it. See, I have closed this one. Right now, so click here, run this file. If it is successfully open and then successfully click on that yellow pages. Okay, no issue. See, observe this one. Simply, I am going to click here, run the file. Successful. Actually, by using the retry scope activity, I have given that number of retries is 3 and then time interval is 5 seconds. See, successfully opening that website and click on that contact. So that condition is satisfying. So that's why it is not retrying number of times. Right now, I want to show you. See, while opening the web page, immediately I will close that one at that time. So whether it will be try next time or not. So just will check it. Click here, click on that run file. I have closed that page first time. See, first time open, I have closed it. It will retry it. It will retry it. Second time retry. Abba. See, sorry, just I didn't close this website. That's why. Second time, immediately click on that one. I want to show you number of retries. So that's why run this file. First time open. I failed to close this one. Click here. Run this file. Close this. Close this. You people try with for disconnecting that internet and try. So at that time you can see that perfect execution. Run this file. Yes, second time. Right now it will open the third time. After after so right now done the three iterations. Right now it will be throws that exception. Okay. So the retry scope activity tried number of retries. Based on that number of retries option, I have given that number of retries is 3. Time interval is 5 seconds. So that's why it tried up to 3 times and then fourth time throws an exception. So interview point of view, they will ask you what exactly the retry scope activity. Do you have any doubt here?
No, sir.
See, right now I will discuss about SQL Server database. Sorry, so database related activities. Okay, click on the transaction process and database activities. Go to the F drive, 7 p.m. batch. Click on that create. Click on that open main workflow. Drag a sequence. Set as start node. Right now, right now, I want to check that database related activities available or not. Simply type that database. There is no database related activities. So that's why first of all, go to that manage packages. So click on that all packages. Right now, UiPath dot database dot activities. Click here. Click on that install and save it. Right now, type the database. See, these are called as database related activities. Connect, disconnect, execute query, and execute non-query, and then insert start transaction. These are called as database related activities. Right now, I want to show you. In my machine, I have a SQL Server database. Okay, right now, Windows R. So, right now, actually, I have stopped that SQL Server service. Okay. So my SQL Server service is running still, no worry. So right now directly I want to open the SQL Server. Windows R SSMS SQL Server Management Studio. Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. See, click on that connect. This SQL Server just you have to download from that Microsoft websites itself. Just you have to download that Microsoft SQL Server. Uh, so right now, click on that new query. See right now, so I want to create a simple database. So and in the database, I want to create a one student table. Right now, so click on the databases. Here I have some tables are there. Right now, I want to remove these tables. Actually, no need to remove this one. See, I want to create a database first. Right click on the database, click on that new. See, right now, give that name of the database. See, see, kids underscore student DB. Okay, click on that. Okay. See, in this database, see, I have created that kids student data DB. I have created. Say right now in that database, I want to create one table. In that table, I want to insert the data. So click on that new query. New query. Right now, see here. Click here. Select the database students DB. Right now, create student create table student of SNO integer type as name var char of 10 comma is total. Okay, this is an integer type. See, just I want to select this one. Click on that execute. So command successfully executed. Okay, right now, so I want to check it whether my table created or not. Select star from student start from student, execute. See, table created, but there is no data. SNO, S name, and S total. Table created successfully, but there is no data. I want to insert the data into the table. Right now, I want to use that insert query. Insert into student values of 101, comma. So in database, if you want to write that string, just we have to use that only single quotes. Right now, right now, so XYZ 450. Okay, right now I want to add two more rows, so that's why I will copy this one. Say this time serial number is student number is 2, and then so right now PQR and 550 103 RST 350. See, right now, see, I have selected that three queries. I want to execute it. Click on that execute. See, one row affected, one row affected, one row affected. Actually, so I have written that insert queries up to 3 times. So that's why all the queries executed. So I want to check it whether that student data inserted in the table or not. See, we have a select command, right? Select it and then execute this one. See, 101 XYZ 450 102 CPQR 550 103 RST 350. Okay, so right now, okay, I have an SQL server. That one I have opened that. See, I have created my table and then inserted the data. Actually, see, whatever that queries are there, that they will be provided by the uh, DBA, that means database team. Okay, database developers. Okay, DB developers will be send that queries. Okay, so they will send that query. Simply, we have to execute that query uh, from UiPath itself. Okay, so right now, so we are learning, so that's why I have shown you how to create the database, how to create the table, and then how to insert the data in the table, and then how to retrieve the data that I've shown you. Okay, right now observe this one. See, right now, by using that, so our UiPath Studio, how to insert the data and how to retrieve the data, I will show you right now. Okay, see here this SQL server, no need to open it, just simply have to close it. But every time I want to show you that example, so that's why I want to keep it here. See, right now already, so we have a database related activities, because here already we have install that package. That package is called as so UiPath.database.activities. Already we have installed that package. So that's why database related activities are available. So if you wants to execute that query from that so UiPath Studio itself, at that time, first of all, we have to establish the connectivity between our UiPath Studio and then so backend SQL server. So that's why first of all we have to drag that connect activity. See, after connecting that so to the database, and then so we have to pass that query to that SQL server to execute that one. Right now, so see, I want to retrieve the data from the database. If you want to retrieve the data from the database, at that time use that execute query. So drag and drop execute query. So execute query always will be works with a select command. So it will be read the data from that database itself. Okay, based on that query. See, observe this one. So after retrieving the data, we have to close that connectivity. So that's why if he wants to disconnect the database, then we have to use that disconnect is the activity. Disconnect is the activity. Right now, I will show you how to establish the connectivity. Right now, click on that configure connection. Click on that connection wizard. Click on that Microsoft SQL Server. If it is the Oracle server, then just you have to go to that Microsoft ODBC data source. Okay. Right now, click on that OK. Right now, give that server name. See the server name. So database administrators, they will provide you. Okay. What exactly the server name? This is called as a server name. Laptop hyphen HWQ9H407. This is the server name. Just if you want to get the server name, say sp underscore help db. Say this time the server name is available. Copy, observe this one. Control C. Observe this. Add that server name here. Actually, right now I'm using that Windows authentication, but once if you are working in organization, they will give that SQL Server authentication. They will give that SQL Server authentication. At that time, they will give that username and password. Okay, right now I'm not using this one directly. I'm using this. See, Windows authentication, and then see, click here, select the database. My database is called as kids student db. Select that one and just test that connection. Click on the test connection. Test connection succeeded. Text connection succeeded. Click on that OK. Click on that OK. Right now, click on that OK. Okay, right now, so select here and select that. So right now I have connected with SQL Server, so that's why system.data.sql client. See, if you are connecting with the Oracle database, system.data.oracle client, just you have to connect with that one. So right now, system.data.sql client, click on that OK. Okay, right now successfully established that connectivity. See, right now go to that connect activity. In this output property, just we have to see, just we have to create that output variable control K where connect. I don't know what exactly that out so data type, so that's why I have used that shortcut. So go to the variable panel and here observe this one. So UiPath.database connection. UiPath.database connection is the type. Okay, is the type. See, so in this connect activity, so once we have whatever in through wizard, whatever we have selected, whatever that the server name and then whatever the authentication mode. So see, selected each and based on that, it will be generated one connection string. Okay, so it generated that one connection string. Observe this one. So click here. This is called as a connection string data source, and then so initial catalog, and then security. Okay, integrated security. This is called as so connection string. and then see the provider is called as system.data.sql client is the provider. So leave that is automatically created. Okay, so in this connect activity we have to create that output properties connect. See observe this one. Click on that execute query. I want to read that student data from the database. So this time we have to use that execute query. Execute query always read the data from the database. It will always read the data from the database itself. Okay, it always read the data from the database itself. This time click on that configure connection. Same previous steps we have to repeat it. Click on that connection wizard. So SQL server, click on that OK. Here give that server name and select that authentication. So I have selected only Windows authentication. So click here, kids student DB, and then test connection. Click on that OK. Click on that OK. Right now select that SQL client, system.data.sql client. Click on that OK. Okay, right now go to the properties. In this properties, see you have to pass that query. So I want to read the data from the database, right? At that time I can use that select command. Okay, see, copy this one, select query. Previously I have executed in database, but right now through my UiPath I am executing this one. See, double quotes. Okay, pass that one. Select star from student. So click on that OK. See, a execute query output property is called as data table, because from database itself we are getting that table type of data. From the database itself we are getting table type of data. So that's why click here and control K and var dt. So created that var dt. See, the execute query, it will be pass that query and execute it, and after that return that output is called as output data table. It is called as a data table. So right now I want to display the data in message box. Already we know that output data table and drag that message box, drag and drop output data table properties. Input is called as var dt. You people know already var dt, and then control K var string. Okay, right now here this is the var string. See, finally I want to disconnect that database. How can you disconnect that one? See, the connect activity output property is the input to disconnect. Click here and then pass that one var connect. Right now I want to execute it. Click on the debug. My execution started. See, successfully executed that query by using that execute query is the activity, and it is displayed the data, table type of data in that table type of data displayed in that message box. Click on that OK, and finally disconnected the database. See, always you have to disconnect the database, because see, if you didn't disconnect, always your connection will be open Yeah, your whatever the connectivity you have established uh, in that UiPath Studio and then SQL Server. In that SQL Server, your connection always will be open. So that's why we must be close that connectivity. Okay, so that's why we have to use that disconnect is the activity. Okay, properly we have to close it. So right now I have inserted the data. Sorry, right now I have retrieved the data by using execute query. See, right now I want to show you how to insert the data in a database. Okay, if you want to insert the data in a database, we have to use that activity is called as execute non-query. Execute non-query is the activity. Right now I will show you. Save as, execute non-query. See, observe this one. So always we have to, first of all, we have to establish that connectivity by using that connect activity. So already we know that steps. See, I'm inserting the data in the database, right? See, first I have established the connectivity and then finally I have to disconnect the database. So in between, I have to insert the data. Okay, so observe this one. I want to take that activity is called as execute non-query. Execute non-query. Drag and drop. See, observe this one. Here, I have no need of these two. See, if you want to use the once if you are using that execute non-query, so just we can by using that execute non-query, we can use the DML commands. So DML commands in the sense insert, update, and delete. These are the DML commands. We can use it. So in my database, I want to insert that one row. So that's why I'm using that execute non-query. In case if you want to delete the row or if you want to update that any one of the row and um, uh, update that any one of the row uh, and yes, delete that row. At the time we have to use that execute non-query. So right now, see, I want to insert the data by using that execute non-query. First of all, click on that configure connection. So click on that connection wizard. Click on that connection wizard. Um, Please click on that connection wizard and then select that SQL query. SQL, see, select that Microsoft SQL Server. Click on that OK. Give that server name. The server name is called as, sorry, this is my server name. Just copy the server name. So we given that Windows authentication and then click here. So select the data, sorry, select that it's a student database and then so test connection. Click OK, click on that OK. And then right now click here, click here, SQL client and then so click on that OK, click on that OK. So right now I want to pass that query. So go to the properties. In this properties, right now, see, click here and then right now, see, I want to write that insert query. Observe this one. copy. See, right now add this one. Right now I want to add that fourth row by using this 104 and NSE, and then see 425, 425. Okay, okay. So right now click on that. Okay. See here affected records. So you can create that output variable or no need to create. So at the time of insert query, how many number of records updated in the database, that only it will show you. So right now observe this one. See actually how many number of rows I want to check it in my database. Click here. I have a 3 rows, 101, 102 and 103. Right now I want to execute this use case right now. So in this one we have a execute non-query, so it will be insert and then one more extra row will be added. So I will show you right now. Okay, so click on the debug. See, I want to execute this query here again. Actually previously I have executed the select command only 3 rows, but by using that our UiPath Studio, just I have executed that. So inserted 1 row that is successfully inserted or not. I want to check it. So click on that execute. So 104. Okay, 104 inserted. Okay, one extra row inserted in that database. Okay. Do you have any doubts here? See, first of all, you people, you have to install so SQL Server database. Okay, it may be that SQL Server 2014 or 2016, anyone. So just there is a evaluation edition is there that you have to evaluation edition. Just you have to install it. So just you have to search and trial versions will be available. Just download and then click on that install. So in case if you have any problem at the time of installation, and then just you have to message me, I will help you. Okay, do you have any queries?